The Confederate monument at the Lauderdale County Courthouse has been part of Florence's downtown landscape for decades and a source of debate. Now, city leaders are considering a historical marker they say would provide context without removing the statue. Fox 54's Valentina Chalala was in Florence speaking with residents about their reactions to the proposal.
If you've ever walked past the Lauderdale County Courthouse, you've probably seen this Confederate statue. Tomorrow, Florence City Council is set to decide whether to add a historical marker here, not to remove it, but to provide some historical context. The Lauderdale County Confederate Soldiers Monument was originally dedicated in 1903. Like many Confederate monuments across the South, it was erected decades after the Civil War, during a time when Jim Crow laws were taking hold, and includes inscriptions reflecting the values of that era.
It's a part of history. There's a lot of family members that were affected by the Civil War in Lauderdale County, and it stands there to remember those soldiers and what they were fighting for.
Under Alabama law, the monument is considered historic and cannot be removed without state approval. Adding a marker is one way to address concerns, especially for those who believe the statue needs more explanation for future generations.
I think it would be beneficial to the future generation just so they can understand the context between what happened in that time period and why it was a bad thing. If someone comes from any other state and they're just visiting and they see a Confederate statue without a plaque, they might say, oh, that might be a bad mark on the city.
According to Thomas Boyd, a Florence resident, because the statue is a memorial, there were once plans to move it to a different location. But he believes adding context may be the next best option.
There's a place prepared in the Florence Cemetery, as far as I know. I've witnessed it and being taken there. Simply to add a plaque to give history or historical context to the statue cannot do any more damage that's already been done.
The proposed marker would be placed in front of the Lauderdale County Courthouse and would detail the history of Confederate monuments and the era in which this one was erected. In Florence, I'm Valentina Chalala, Fox 54 News.
Florence City Council is expected to vote on the proposed historical marker during tomorrow night's meeting, and if approved, the city would fund and install the plaque.